opening point of the fourth game. Agassi up 2-1 in the third, and a miss hit by Chang. And that does go into about 0-4 anyway.
I thought we'd have more miss hits on a day like that because it is a little gusty down there. When you brush up the back of the ball like both these players do, if you take your eyes off of it, you're apt to miss hit.
Dirty love. Souvenir country there again. Smash.
Look at Agassi from one corner to the other to no avail. That does expend some energy. Good mechanics at the net. They don't go there a lot, but you see how Chang stretched out. Nice short punch with that backhand volley, and this one again is crisp, not too long a motion. Just want to direct it well, keep the firm wrist. That was one of the more tentative points that Agassi has played off the ground, and he gets put on the defensive. Good racket preparation there by Chang. Forceful, aggressive forehand.
Chang holds on. 3-2. Agassi leads with a break here in the third.
Morning, Marta. You see, these people, they work for Gramercy Press, and their lives are about to change utterly. How? I can't talk about it on the elevator.
This is the Infiniti Q45. I was lucky enough to have a Q get jealous about sharing it. But if you have to, just push this button. And the steering wheel, driver's seat, and outside mirrors return to your pre-programmed positions. There's even a second button for another driver. After all, true luxury is a very personal thing.
So you claimed $84,000 in entertainment expenses?
Yes, I did.
Do you have any receipts to back this up?
No, I don't.
Well, what's in the bag, then?
Tostitos, chips, and salsa? People really love them. And every time I open the bag, one thing...
Tostitos tortilla chips are so deliciously perfect with Tostitos salsa. Next thing you know, it's a party.
I smell refund!
Really?
No, not really. Tostitos, prepare to party.
It's an ordinary day at Gramercy Press. Books are getting edited, covers being approved, clandestine romances are clandestine, but the ordinary days are about to end. Why? Gramercy Press.
Andre Agassi will serve. 3-2 here in the third set.
You know, both these players are so good. When they get you on the defensive, they don't let you up. Just like that. Get him out of court, get that short ball, and just jump on it. Don't let him get back in the point.
Second ace of the afternoon for Andre Agassi. 67%. At one point he was at 79 back in the first set. Only winning 38% on his second serve, however. And again, we've talked about the returning capabilities of both of these players.
Came off that shot a bit, lifted. Land on your back. And as he's saying, he's got the wind on his back, which means if anything, he's got to pull in a little bit on that side of the court.
Don't want to get too careless either, just because you got a 40-love lead.
4 games to 2 with the break for Agassi. 4-2. Set apiece. Best of 5. Round of 16.
First time these two played, according to Agassi, was back in San Diego at Morley Field in the 10 and unders. And they've been going at it a while. Agassi dominated the rivalry in the juniors. Of late, Chang has had the edge in head-to-head.
We're hitting a few balls over there as we expected. Tomas Muster leading Sergi Bruguera 6-4, 2-all in the second.
Andre, we mentioned dates Brooke Shields. Her grandfather is not a bad player in his own right. There is Brooke Shields. Very lovely lady. And there's her grandfather, Frank Shields. Played in the finals of the U.S. Championships in 1930. Lost to a lefty named Johnny Doig in 4 sets. And the next year defaulted before playing the final of Wimbledon against Sidney Wood because of an ankle injury sustained in the semifinal match.
No surprise, Frank Shields was a great-looking guy and a very popular player. That's an MGM photo of him. Brooke only met him once, and she doesn't remember it. She was only about 9 months old, and Frank Shields died back in 1975.
I remember well. He was a captain of the first Davis Cup team I ever played on.
Captain.
1951. Boy, that's not one they teach you in the books. A topspin forehand volley from a very low position. Watch this again. You talk about racket control. I wouldn't recommend anybody at home try that one. Have a look. Big bolo swing, topspin.
Certainly not in your kitchen anyway.
No. Break point now for Agassi.
Boy, that's pretty good. 5 of 8. Terrific point from Chang, because it looked as though Agassi had taken control of it with another swing volley.
Watch how deep Chang is when he makes his final pass. Falling backwards. And again, that top spin is able to pull it cross court and make it dip quickly. I can guarantee you this is not that easy to do. That thing hit just a ton. I don't think Agassi hit the ball any harder than that and place it that well. Just beautiful.
But Chang up there to volley it.
Well, he's trying to get it down low, and it stayed up a little bit too much. Michael wisely closed in before it got too low and made a very penetrating volley, forced the error out of Agassi. Watch him keep moving forward. He didn't let that ball get down. Break point number 3 in this game. This guy's so dangerous off the ground. He can just whip a winner so quickly.
Chang with a big ace, only a second. Timely one. Back to deuce.
Here's the Chang serve again, right down the middle. Doesn't go at the body at all.
And a good serve from Chang.
Advantage Chang.
108 miles an hour, and they're 78 feet apart. Gets there in a hurry.
Served his way out of that. 4-3 in the third.
Agassi leads 4-3.
Say goodnight, for the light of the daytime is gone. The moon may be bright while you slumber through the night. You can hear low but clear.
Presenting World Business Class from the Global Alliance of KLM and Northwest Airlines.
Usually when we think about high tech, we think about Buck Rogers kind of stuff. We are bringing technology literally down to earth in shoes, because everybody wears shoes. We're working on materials that don't wear out because people want to do better. People will play tennis and baseball. They're going to find that the shoes are lasting a lot longer. And DuPont's really the source of that technology. I'm having fun. High tech, low tech, there's no such thing. It's technology. How you use that technology is what's really important.
Shake it, no dandruff. You got Selsun Power. Brush it, no flakes. You got Selsun Power with Selsun Blue. Doctors recommend it #1 over all leading brands. Dandruff problem? No way. You got Selsun Power.
In basketball or business, you gotta know what your players can do for you. That's why Sharp has a winning game plan for copiers. This new video can help you choose the right copier for your business. Sharp's got the players you need to win.
Talked about the beautiful afternoon we've had. It's been a beautiful week.
Thank you.
Of weather here at the U.S. Open. There is wind here today. There has been the past couple of days. We've seen it affect this match only on those high lobs that Agassi's been forced to throw up.
They're hitting the ball so hard that it penetrates. It's just nice right through the wind.
That's the truth. Well, Chang didn't like that call. It's an ace for Agassi.
I remember the year that Chang won the French in '89. He argued several calls, and on a clay court, you're allowed to get the umpire out of the chair and look. He was right every time.
Too much of an angle here for Chang to handle the stretch volley, and Chang will chase it down, but it's already moving so far off the court that not even Chang can handle this one.
Got the slice on it, which makes it run some too, and it was running away from Chang.
40 love at 4-3 here in the third. To 3, Smile still in the Agassi box.
We should say that Brooke Shields is going to be on Broadway soon. She's going to be in the play Grease, yeah, and she's going against type because she's playing the floozy with the heart of gold, Rizzo.
All right, well, good luck to Brooke in her Broadway debut.
Agassi's only lost 3. Been challenged so much more. That's his third double fault.
Tremendous depth on that attacking shot by Agassi. You hit it that deep with that kind of pace, you're in pretty good shape. Did not go over.
People talk about how the technology of the game has ruined men's tennis because there's so much power play. The big servers are dominating. I truly feel that you hand wooden rackets to these two guys, and you'd see much different tennis. I think that technology has helped the baseliners, the ground strokers, much more than the servers. Servers with a wooden racket are still going to have the biggest serves around. But these guys, you give them wooden rackets, I don't think we'd see these rallies. We wouldn't see these grips either.
Two set points coming up for Agassi.
2-1 lead. We'll return to the U.S. Open after this word from your local station.
Leads 2-1.
When there's no time, when there's no choice.
Did Dr. Waters explain the chances of both children surviving? We're not choosing.
When there's no chance, the only thing left is hope. Chicago Hope premieres Thursday, September 22nd on CBS. This is CBS.
Hi, Ruby Viper, Railroad Salvage. Come see our new circular. We've got thousands of bookcases in stock. Your choice of white, black, or oak finish, 29 to 71 inches high from $18.88 to $38.88. Or this computer card that's sold for $99.95, now $48.88. Or this desk, only $38.88. Plus storage cabinets of all kinds, like this 6-shelf cabinet with double doors that lock, just $78.88. Or this 60-inch high white storage cabinet, only $48.88. At all railroad stores in Connecticut and Massachusetts.
Hi, Bob Bannon from Hart Nissan in Hartford. You remember Patrick. We've done a lot of things in the past to get your attention. Bugs, possums, even aerial theatrics. Well, Patrick has decided that we need a more conventional appeal. He feels that Hart Nissan doesn't have to stoop to the kind of sophomoric demonstrations we've shown before. Instead, Patrick wants you to know that Hart Nissan in Hartford always offers you the best service and the lowest prices. Isn't that right, Patrick? Hart Nissan in Hartford. It's time to expect more from a dealer.
Storm Tracker, the Channel 3 New England Weather Service.
There's a view from the Budweiser blimp. The island of Manhattan, the Twin Towers.
Both sets.
And the lower part of Manhattan Island. We are uptown in Queens. The National Tennis Center. Andre Agassi serving to open the fourth set. He leads 2-1. Breaking Michael Chang to win the third. Chang wins the opening point of set number 4.
These two have never played a 5-set match against one another. Agassi won their only 4-set match, and that was over the French Open quarterfinals in 1990. So they could get into some uncharted waters if they get into the 5th set.
There you talked about how cleanly Agassi played in set number 3. 14 winners, only 6 unforced errors, and only 3 points lost on serve.
Speaking of cleanly, watch this one. Didn't deviate for a moment. Love 30.
Able to make that play frequently off his serve, getting himself a short ball and able to run around and hit that forehand, which he dearly loves. Nailing it to that far sideline.
Chang tried to delay and sneak in, but didn't get away with it.
Guerra still trailing Tomas Muster 4-5 in the second set. They're on serve in that second set. Muster won the first. 40-30 Agassi. Opening game of set number 4. Opening game of the 4th to Agassi. We'll be right back.
I promise to keep my doubts and fears and worried looks to myself. A promise to be the first to agree whenever you say, yes, I can. A promise you'll be as secure tomorrow as you are today.
To help keep their promises, people rely on Mass Mutual to ensure their lives, their health, and their financial future. Mass Mutual, we help you keep your promises.
What makes the Sharp View Cam so unique? It's the stuff that dreams. It's the camcorder with the big view screen. It's the slow and steady. The one that captures the times of your life. It's the stuff that and brings them back for everyone to share. Imagine, even a special moment you missed, played back instantly. With color and sound. The Sharp View Cam.
Now get up to a $200 rebate on Sharp View Cam. The only camcorders with a choice of big 3 and 4-inch view screens.
Oh, hello, Mr. Umatsu. You know, your shipment is ready.
Hello, how are you?
Fine, sir. I just have a question about custom regulations for your country. Do I need an import license, a certificate of origin, 525V, or what?
Hello, how are you?
Fine. Could you hold?
All you gotta do to simplify international shipping is use FedEx.
Mr. Umatsu? Yes, sir. I'm fine. We're all fine.
Michael Chang had love one here in the fourth, down 2-1 to Andre Agassi. And it's now 5-all in the second set on the grandstand. Thomas Buster of Austria, Sergi Bruguera of Spain.
Everybody says Bruguera's a clay courter. Did pretty well at Wimbledon. He's doing a good job here. Two-time French champion.
He sells himself as a clay courter, but our friend Bud Collins calls him the Catalan con man.
That sounds Bud-like. Third ace for Michael Chang and a 40-love lead. Our congratulations to Bud Collins, too, for his induction into the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. Nice to see a member of the Fourth Estate get in there with those guys that hit the ball.
Hanna Manlikova also.
Right.
Michael Chang with a love game. Earlier, Mary referred to the wrist surgery that Andre Agassi underwent earlier this year, and Andre showed us his scar the other night, and he gave a look to our camera. It's very interesting, as you'll see here. It actually looks very much like the logo of one of his major sponsors. Very strange. I wonder if the doctor is involved in that.
15-love.
Love.
No pace on either volley by Agassi, and you give a fellow like Chang 3 shots at a passing shot, he's going to get it by you. No depth, no pace. That was the second volley. The third try got slammed. Chang guessed right. He was there in plenty of time. Just didn't make a very good shot.
And he can't afford to give anything away.
No.
You know, grinders, they have to wear you down. They have to take advantage of their openings, not give anything away, because Chang can't create as much as Agassi.
Uphill battle, obviously, for Michael Chang at this stage, down 2-1.
3 all, and Andre audibly unhappy with the last shot.
Well, you know, when you can get your opponent that far behind the baseline, you get into a reasonable volleying position. It's very, very difficult for the guy to make a passing shot on you.
I don't think Michael got all of that one, but it turned into a winning shot. And a break point.
Big moment here for Chang. Hey, that's good stuff. Agassi gets a good solid first serve at 103 miles an hour. And then look at me, well inside the baseline. Watch where it lands. You don't do it much better than that.
There's a chance.
Chang only 1 of 5 on break point chances.
Chang in the 4th set, down 2 sets to 1.
Watch this one by Chang. Good racket preparation. Top spin, pulls it down fast. Michael Chang has a break and leads 2-1 in the 4th.
This guy on the plane, he had this button in the middle of his keyboard. This red button. It's like a mouse, but you just touch it. I want one. I want a button.
Introducing the affordable ThinkPad 360 with DirectPoint 2 from IBM.
I want a computer that really flies. I'm not talking Orville and Wilbur stuff. I'm talking where your cheeks are like this.
Introducing the powerful ValuePoint Performance Series from IBM.
There are many cars built safe enough, luxurious enough, and powerful enough to let you drive to the ends of the earth. But only one that makes you want to take the trip. Presenting the BMW 5 Series.
Person needs to send resume to New York. Wants to make a big impression. Goes to post office. Finds out priority mail is a smart solution. Resume gets noticed. Person gets job. Now you can only get a cab. Team needs new jerseys. Person has to deliver them overnight. Goes to post office. Finds express mail is a smart solution. Guarantees delivery. Jerseys arrive on time. Person avoids getting sacked.
Michael Chang with the break. 2 games to 1 here in the 4th.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Good break for Agassi there.
They're in the tiebreak now, 1-all. In the tiebreak of the 2nd set, Mooster and Vergara on the grandstand court. So often the break goes against you on a net cord.
Yeah.
Sometimes it
You get
goes
lucky.
for you.
Looked as though Agassi was leaning forward. Let's watch Agassi to gets the net. Not this one, the next one makes this fine. I'll see what he does. He starts to go to his left. And then the topspin lob going cross court gave him no chance. Of 35 for Chang at the net. Agassi 20 of, I think it said 30.
Thomas Muster has gone up 4-1 in that second set tiebreak. 4 points to 1 for Muster over the number 3 seed, Sergi Bruguera. And Muster won the first set. 30-15 Chang here. Chang up a break here in the fourth, down 2 sets to 1.
This just makes you realize that this match is up to Agassi all the way.
Yeah.
And when he's playing great, Chang can't breathe near him. When he gives Chang freebies, there's not much between them.
His aggressive forays into the net have been paying off for Chang in the last set and a half.
Looks as though Agassi was going to hit a topspin lob when he misses this last shot. The live action.
Thomas Muster 6 points to 3 in the second set tiebreak on the grandstand. 30-15 Agassi. We've enjoyed these players so long at such a high level of play. We tend to overlook that Agassi is just 24 and Chang is just 22.
Right.
Old pros. Agassi holds on. The draw to 3-2 Chang here in the fourth. But Andre Agassi up 2 sets to 1.
Leads 3-2.
Let's go over to the grandstand and Jim Nance.
Second set tiebreak. Muster in the near court.
This is set point over here, and these guys have had unbelievable rallies the last 4 or 5 points.
Set point Muster. To go 2 sets on Sergi Bruguera, the number 3 seed. Winning the tiebreak 7-4. So Muster leads over here, back to the stadium court when we return to the U.S. Open in a moment.
For everyone working toward a better future, there's a partner under America's umbrella with a plan for your home, your business, your life. Your independent traveler's agent, the Travelers Insurance Companies.
Welcome back to the action, fans. What a ball game we've seen this afternoon.
September is Antenna Month at Radio Shack.
just in time for football season. We have all kinds, like our Super Color Special for as low as $24.88.
Here's the snap. He's fading back.
We can help you pick the right antenna and set you up with the right parts and information to install it yourself.
He's going for the bomb!
And if you're wondering if you need a new antenna, you probably do. Radio Shack. You've got questions. We've got answers.
I'm a four-lane lover with some ground to cover. I'm in an interstate state of mind. My phone book's gone.
Thank goodness for this. Call accountant.
Call Sprint for the voice-activated phone card, the easiest card on the road.
Is this a great country or what?
Here's something new for your sensitive teeth.
No way. My dentist wants me to use Sensodyne, remember?
This is Sensodyne. New Sensodyne with baking soda. Well?
No pain. And I love that clean feeling.
Sensodyne, now with baking soda.
Love 15, Michael Chang here at 3-2 in the fourth. 15 all.
I think Agassi thought that serve was long.
Wow, I think
His fourth double fault.
A little more gusty down there, so it's make us tougher on those serves.
Chang trying to wait out the wind.
Agassi chewed up the second serve. Back to deuce.
That's one way to be around them playing next Sunday, right? Wait out the wind here. You can be here all week. Serve has worked well for Agassi. I'm sorry for Chang, excuse me. Against Agassi. Watch where it takes Agassi here. See, he's falling out of court, and he has no way to recover. That two-hander going away from him.
It's actually worked well for Agassi, too, as a matter of fact. He's been successful with the same service and running around on his forehand.
Double fault number 5. The way to negate the wide serve is to stand a little more to your right, sort of straddle the single sideline, and challenge your opponent to serve it well up the center.
Well, Agassi got there that time, but he couldn't get much of a return.
Chang on the attack. Watch him, good short motion here. He doesn't take a huge swing at that high forehand volley. He was just interested in good direction. telling you about Chang going wide, going to the corners. Now you see that he's gone 11% at the body. That's an improvement because it mixes it up. And then in the ad court, 5%. He could do that a little bit more frequently. He was 60 right here in the last one as well. So if you go into that body a little bit more, it makes it more difficult.
2-4, Agassi. 15.
First set of this match took 23 minutes. The rest has taken 2 hours. And we got a lot left.
That was a 110-mile-an-hour serve from Agassi that drew the weak reply. He's still serving close to 80%. Very healthy serving percentage. And another easy hole for Agassi.
And now, this tournament summary sponsored by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
Bernd Karbacher into a Grand Slam quarterfinal for the first time in that German's career, and Amanda Kutzer becomes the first South African woman in a quarterfinal since 1968. And those are the guys who have been very clean indeed.
I can't take it anymore.
Sparky!
Go get help, boy.
Stuck in the nightmare of everyday life? You need help.
Come here, boy! Keep up! A Visa application?
Only Visa enrolls you in Visa Rewards, where 10% of every purchase goes towards savings on fabulous vacation packages. Look in your mail for a Visa application. And get away from it all with Visa Rewards.
Among the highest awards for quality in the world is the Deming Award. Very few manufacturers have ever won one. Ricoh has 2 of them. In fact, Ricoh copiers and fax machines have won every major award for copier and fax quality. So we don't just have a reputation for excellence. We have proof. The name to know, Ricoh.
Thank you. Thank you. We're back on the stadium court, where Michael Chang leads 4 games to 3, serving here in the 4th set, down 2 sets to 1 to Andre Agassi.
Trying to preserve that break and take this to a 5th and final set.
And that's his playground. 5th sets, 5-set matches.
Change direction at the last moment like that.
15-love.
Chang being pressured, and with that upper hand he can pop that wrist through and get the racket into the ball early to get it back cross court. How he snapped at that ball. One-hander probably couldn't have pulled that off cross court.
Both have such great feet, such a treat to watch them move. Beautiful adjustment to the net cord by Agassi, even though he lost the point.
At this stage in the match, you just don't want to give up a loose ball. Anything short is being attacked by both men. too short. And that was actually a pretty neutral rally.
Let's see 15.
And all of a sudden, Agassi decides to break it wide open.
Thing of beauty. He tries. Doesn't matter where the ball is.
You sure?
He'll find him up in the seats if necessary. He's been there. 30-15.
Thinking about Chang hitting that in the air. Well, he wasn't thinking about coming back or something because he just sort of stands there. Now what do I do?
You're saying he didn't over-intellectualize it?
Well, that's one way of putting it, Mary.
I guess he wasn't sure whether or not to play it.
Again. 40-30.
No confusion here.
Rotate those shoulders, a good wrist snap. See how he lays the racket back and then snaps that wrist into it. That's where he gets the racket at speed and the pace. Still a game point for Chang.
To be pleased with the ground stroke play of Andre Agassi, regardless of the outcome of this match. I haven't seen him hit the ball this well in a long, long time. Do you, Mayor?
As I said, I thought he played a great Lipton back in March on this hard court surface.
Watch how early Agassi takes this from right here. Doesn't let it get up too high. About shoulder height, just where he likes it. And now it's a break point for that young man.
The length of shot beat him on that one, Agassi. Wasn't struck too hard, the Chang shot, but it was very deep, right on the line.
Mary, you travel all over the world. Have you ever seen a nicer stadium they built down there at Lipton to keep this game?
It's as nice as it gets.
Fabulous, isn't it? They've done a great job down there. Butch and Cliff Buckholz and his crew.
And the same designers are designing the new place for the U.S. Open. If it's anything like that one, it'll be terrific. Chance for Chang to go up 5-3.
To 3. Michael Chang in the fourth. We mentioned the playground that Michael Chang makes of 5-set matches. 17-7 his career. Agassi 6-11.
Agassi doesn't want to go 5, in other words.
I think that's how that calculates out, yeah. Chang.
This is also a time, Tim, when you're glad that you did your road work. You know, you start getting a leg where watch the good touch here, the softness of the hand by Chang. Good backhand volley. Watch let the racket go softly. See, the racket actually came back a little bit. Agassi looked like he wanted to do the same thing to Chang. Here's the good approach, fairly deep in the court. It looked like he bent down very well to this one. Soft in the wrist. Loves 30. Be a big game if Chang could with this because he could start the final set on his serve.
Coming in again.
2 bad points in a row from Agassi. Not enough work. He might be feeling it in the legs.
I think so.
He might be giving up this set.
3 set points now for Chang.
Risky shot, he missed it. And Michael Chang is forced to 5th.
I am made of blue sky and golden light. And I will feel this way forever.
Share the fantasy. Chanel number 5.
Morning, Marta. You see, these people, they work for Gramercy Press, and their lives are about to change utterly. How? I can't talk about it on the elevator.
If you'd like your organization to become more adept at handling change, Anderson Consulting can help you integrate all the parts. Because these days, the organization that performs together transforms together.
It's an ordinary day at Gramercy Press. Books are getting edited, covers being approved, clandestine romances are clandestine, but the ordinary days are about to end. Why? Gramercy Press.
A glimpse-eye view of the island of Manhattan, the East River, and we are up in Flushing Meadow where the National Tennis Center is hosting on the stadium court this brilliant round of 16 match. There is not a seat in the place. In fact, this seagull found the only available perch to watch this 5th and final set. Michael Chang forced it, breaking Andre Agassi to win the 4th. Number 6 seed against the unseeded Agassi. This match has been all everybody hoped for.
Here at the U.S. Open in 5-set matches, Chang is 5-2. Agassi's 1-1. Agassi's just 5-7 in Grand Slam 5-setters, and Chang is 13-7. So it would appear that favors Chang. You never know.
Well, Agassi lost here in 5 sets in the first round of last year to Thomas Engqvist. The first time he ever won a 5-setter was here, when he got Jimmy Connors in the quarterfinals back in '89. I remember that match well because I felt very strongly that Agassi choreographed that one into a 5-setter. I think he could have taken down Connors in straights if he wanted to, gave away a set. But anyway, that was the first time he'd ever won a 5-setter.
Bad miss by Chang. 15 all.
otherwise set.
Reflecting Chang's comeback, picking up the level of his game. Into the fifth we go. Good.
The last 5-setter Agassi played was at Wimbledon this year, a round of 16 loss to Todd Martin. And he was down 2 sets, so it was a pretty good battle. Fifth set was easy though, 6-1. He ran up at Agassi.
Chang opens the fifth, holding service. We'll be right back.
Excuse me. Could you take a picture of us with over there?
If you take off to the Italian town of Todi, but your camera just takes off, where'd they go? You better have Visa Gold, because there's not a camera store there that takes American Express.
There's a great shot.
Visa Gold, it's everywhere you want to be.
Say goodnight, for the light of the daytime is gone. The moon may be bright, for me somber through the night. You can hear low but clear.
Presenting World Business Class from the Global Alliance of KLM and Northwest Airlines.
The perfect house for the perfect couple until they meet the perfect tenant.
Change the locks.
He was just watching me.
Driven to destroy them.
Where is he now?
Until she fights back.
You went after him, didn't you?
Absolutely.
You crossed the line. Michael Keaton, Melanie Griffith, Matthew Modine, Pacific Heights, Tuesday.
The Bud 1 airship and its eye in the sky camera, proud to bring you these pictures from more than 1,000 feet above the U.S. Open. And there's the Bud 1 airship. On the stadium court, Andre Agassi down. Love 1 in the fifth set.
15. Perhaps the most important numbers to be watching in this final set are that in the 2 sets Agassi took, he was serving at over 80%. In the 2 sets he lost, he was down 57% the last one, 62% the second one. I especially feel it's important because I think in this final set, the longer the rallies go, the more I like Chang. Perhaps a bit bitter. Mooster now up 2 sets on serve. In the third, against the third seed, Sergio Zagara.
I'm going to be interested to watch Agassi's court coverage because I sense that he's starting to get a little bit leg weary.
That's a good shot. Game Agassi, 1-all, fifth set. 1-1. Championship weekend next Saturday here on CBS Sports. The toughest tournament in tennis continues live with coverage starting on Friday at 11 o'clock Eastern. The women's semifinals, then Super Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern. We'll see the men's semifinals and the women's championship. And the men's final on Sunday at 4 o'clock Eastern.
Left 15.
Opening here for Agassi, love 30. Legal shot. When you go around outside of the net post, it does not have to be over the height of the net. Watch here how he drives it down. See, it's outside the net post. If it lands in the other player's court, it's good. Here again now, Agassi outside the net post. Chang knows he's going to try it, and he ripped it right down at his feet. 3 break points for Agassi.
Two games to 1, Agassi in the 5th.
Agassi leads 2-1. My next computer is going to be incredibly powerful. I mean, I want to hear Hail to the Chief every time I turn it on.
Introducing the powerful Value Point Performance Series from IBM.
When I'm at a hotel, I don't want to go down to the front desk to get my faxes. I get them in my room, in my bathrobe.
Introducing the ThinkPad 360 with available fax modem from IBM.
I promise to teach you the value of standing up for what you believe in. I promise I'll remember it's never too early in the day to eat ice cream. A promise to watch over you, now and always. To help keep their promises, people rely on Mass Mutual to ensure their lives, their health, and their financial future. Mass Mutual, we help you keep your promises.
Kick off the new season with the man who's not afraid to put it in the air. Move it on the ground. Take the big hits.
Illegal motion. Defense number.
The Late Show with David Letterman. The best game in town.
With Mary Carrillo, Tony Trabert, 5th set, round of 16. Unseeded Andre Agassi up 2 games to 1 with a break against the number 6 seed as American rival Michael Chang.
Now that stops the rock because Chang had lost 8 straight points.
Here's another look. This was not hit with a lot of topspin. Chang, you see, looking over to the baselines when hoping to get a call. 30-15.
Our colleague, Vitas Garlitis, said he felt that this match could be decided by who wants it more. You fellas have any idea who wants it more?
I think they both want it pretty badly.
Me too.
Agassi thought he had it once he made this volley right here. Didn't do much with it. Chang runs it down, makes the winner, and watch what happens here. After this shot, watch Chang. Down he goes. But he'd already hit the winner.
Didn't look like any damage done there as he kind of skidded rather than turning his ankle. Forced that one. Trying to get in with an approach, knocked it long.
Well, when you're playing against a guy like Agassi, you better get it pretty deep.
You know, I think Agassi knew Chang was going to make that running shot, too. He had no chance to get over there. Agassi.
Net coverage, great read each time by Agassi. Yeah, do a little dance.
Three games to one for Andre Agassi. Chang serving. Brilliant play on the part of both players. And they love him in New York.
This is what they love. Good close match by two good players.
Leaving it all out there.
Smart play by Chang. Rook can't watch. Chang stretched out. He knows he can't hit a passing shot, so he tries to get it low and stay in the point. And it worked probably a little better than he thought it would. 30 loves. That's a sixth double fault by Chang. He served 3 aces. That's too many. He'd be the first to tell you that.
And Tony, he's got 46% two serves in against the game's best returner.
That's the difference. 20 percentage points.
Agassi pounding the second, 70 mile an hour, and he killed it.
A huge break point now for both players. Chang just served a double over there. He missed his first serve. You know he's got to sort of cripple it in at 70 miles an hour. You would expect Agassi to jump all over this one. Oh, is Chang lucky there? Very short second serve.
Huge point to save there. Serve there, 109 miles an hour. Too much for Agassi to return. Well placed as well. About equally divided here. I think the under 30s are probably Agassi fans, and the over 30s or 40s maybe are Michael Chang fans, but everybody wants a tie break. That's what they're hoping to see here to end this. Agassi, and another break opportunity. Thomas Muster has ousted the number 3 seed, Sergei Bruguera, in straight sets, and awaits the winner of this match, Agassi and Chang.
Look out here. This is a tough deal right here for Chang.
Agassi in the driver's seat.
Here's another look. Watts pushed it just a little bit long. It was close, but called out.
Still going to your full commission broker? Even though your best interest may be overshadowed by a hunger for commissions, unwanted sales pressure, and biased information. If so, there is a way out. Trade up to Schwab. At Charles Schwab, our brokers don't work on commission, so the information you get is always unbiased and totally free of sales pressure. And at Schwab, you'll enjoy low commissions too.
For a better way to trade up to Schwab.
Team needs new jerseys. Person has to deliver them overnight. Goes to post office. Finds express mail as a smart solution. Guarantees delivery. Jerseys arrive on time. Person avoids getting sacked.
Coco, the spirit of Chanel.
If you think choosing a pain reliever is a pain in the neck, save yourself some headaches and maybe some cash too. An all-new Eye to Eye with Connie Chang, Thursday.
Tonight on CBS starts with the comedies, The Nanny, Dave's World, Murphy Brown, and Love and War, followed by Northern Exposure. That's all tonight on CBS. We've got some more fifth set tennis. The fans are waving on here. And late tonight, you'll see the U.S. Open Late Night Show following the Late Show with David Letterman. Pat O'Brien and Mary Carrillo will be there to bring you highlights of the Todd Martin-Richie Renneberg match. Takes place on the stadium court tonight. Andre Agassi at 4-1 in the fifth set against Michael Chang. Hoping to advance against Tomas Muster.
Agassi playing the kind of tennis he showed off in the first set. He's only made 3 unforced this set. Those were his numbers for set 1, where he smoked Chang 6-1. He's a couple of games away from an identical fifth set score. After 3 hours for Agassi to be producing this high-quality tennis in the final set is very impressive.
Very, very much so. And boy, does he hammer that short ball when it sits up a little bit. He really jumps on it.
It's interesting because he didn't play well coming into this U.S. Open, had a bad loss over in New Haven, was complaining about the music and all, and his coach, Brad Gilbert, said that doesn't matter a bit. At the U.S. Open, he still figured Agassi would be inspired enough here to make a great run for the U.S. Open title. A love game brings him to match game.
And he may well have answered questions about his fitness. He told me last week at a function in the city that he has lost 10 pounds since a year ago when he went out against Thomas Enqvist in the first round, and everybody knew he was badly out of shape last year. So he feels that he's got himself conditioned to go the distance here in the U.S. Open. 5-setter here today against Michael Chang would support his view.
Number 15.
115, Chang's a little down at the moment, but they know one thing. Michael will play every shot till the bitter end.
Yeah. Unforced errors have really hurt Chang, obviously, in this set.
He's lost 8 straight points. Agassi has had a couple of runs like that in this match. That breaks it again.
Michael Chang's U.S. Open title dream is going to be deferred, but you know that he will continue to come back and keep trying, and he is only 22. Andre Agassi coming in here unseeded, not feeling good about that.
Ranked 20th in the world.
Ranked number 20. He knows that he's a much better player than either of those numbers would indicate. He wants to be back with the big boys, and this is a great start for the all. New body, new coach, new love. Things are working well for Andre Agassi. 1994 edition. He's back. He will be.
Takes an awful lot of good tennis to deny Michael Chang a 5-set match. And Agassi had plenty of good tennis.
He showed a lot of class and a lot of ability to win this one in 5. You got to salute the way Agassi played this entire match. He's got to feel awfully good about himself and a very disappointed Michael Chang. Both these guys will be around a long time if they want to be.
It could be one of the great rivalries, and of course Pete Sampras, Jim Courier.
This is match point. That one was out. The forehand by Agassi not necessary.
So Andre Agassi advances to the quarterfinals, where he will meet Thomas Muster of Austria, who upset the number 3 seed, Sergi Bruguera, today. And Brooke Shields, a happy lady in the players' box.
And Gil Reyes, that's Andre Agassi's trainer.
Physical fitness guru did his job, because that has been under discussion.
Interesting now, because Agassi plays Muster, the man who took him out of the French Open in 5 sets earlier this year.
That was clay, and this is hard court.
That's right. I think Agassi's got a lot more game on this hard court surface than Muster, but try telling that to Thomas Muster. He's every bit of...
He'll run all day, too.
You better believe it.
Bernd Karbacher awaits the winner of tonight's match between Todd Martin and Richie Renneberg. An American will come out of that match tonight to advance against the 26-year-old German. Bernd Karbacher is having himself an excellent U.S. Open.
Are they going to walk?
6-1 in the 5th for Andre Agassi over Michael Chang, the number 6 seed, who goes to the sidelines.
3 hours and 5 minutes they're out there. That's a pretty good workout.
Thank you, Andre.
And getting through this round of 16, and now Andre Agassi is very, very much a serious contender to go the distance. Certainly the way he played today, which was a very impressive performance. served awfully well consistently and hit the ground strokes with just tremendous rhythm and consistency as well. Andrea Joyce is at courtside. Andrea.
We're with Michael Chang. Michael, as always, a terrific effort. I don't think many people expected you to come out so slowly in that first set. What was the problem?
Well, I wasn't quite used to Andre's ball for some reason. Normally I'm able to really come out and get on top of people, and today just wasn't quite able to do that. Was kind of on my heels the whole first set, and just didn't get really going until the second set. So.
Well, you fought your way back, and you evened it up at 2 sets apiece. What did you tell yourself going into the 5th set?
Well, I feel I felt pretty good going into the 5th set, and I still feel good now. It's just that I wasn't able to execute on a few shots, and I had a couple break points in the one game in the 5th set, and wasn't able to convert, and I missed a couple forehands to hold my serve there, and 5th set you're just not able, you can't afford to make those kind of errors because this is the U.S. Open, and a lot of these matches are going to come down to a little few points here and there, and they can really turn things around.
Andre's hitting the ball so well and playing so well. Do you think he can win the whole thing playing the way that he did today?
Well, I think it's going to be tough for him to win. Obviously, he's playing very well, but I think that today might be a little bit dangerous. I think I was able to kind of expose a few weaknesses today, and I'm sure some of the guys will pick up on that. But Andre is very capable of winning any tournament that he plays, and I wish him the best of luck for the remainder of the tournament.
Thanks so much for being so gracious. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Andrea. Well, Michael Chang perhaps not as impressed with Andre Agassi as we were, although he good sportingly wished him good luck the rest of the way. But I think the way Andre played today is going to be trouble for everybody, certainly now in his half of the draw, where you've got Martin, Muster, Karbacher remaining down there. Martin, that's assuming a victory over Richie Lindbergh, which we shouldn't assume since Richie beat Boris Becker.
I'm waiting to do an interview.
We're going to be back here to talk with Andre Agassi in a moment, so stay with us. Don't go away. We'll stay instead. As Andre works the crowd, they work him.
All medical dramas are not created equal. Make no mistakes. The medical drama of the year is on CBS. Chicago Hope, Thursday, September 22nd.
As luxury cars get more features, they tend to get crammed with more wire, creating possible electrical problems. That's why Infinity developed an advanced electrical system for the Q45. Like fiber optics, one wire can carry masses of information for greater reliability and more efficient controls. The choice in luxury cars is getting simpler. Next week is my 5th wedding anniversary. It's unbelievable how time flies.
Did you get her a present yet?
Yeah, I'm getting her a really nice washer and dryer.
Oh, come on. She'll never forgive you. You gotta get her something for her.
It is for her.
No blondes and bikinis.
Get a jewel.
No sales pitch from the chairman.
Or vacation.
None of that is what made Heineken the #1 imported beer in America.
You think I should take her someplace special?
Definitely.
So maybe I'll take her to Cooperstown.
No.
The nanny's no-good boyfriend's back.
Will you marry me?
But will she take him back?
I'm getting married! Yahoo!
The nanny. Then Dave's new security system gets alarming results.
8 minutes of calm before the guards come and shoot us down in our own home.
Dave's World, right after The Nanny, tonight.
Excellent. Welcome back to our studios. Pat O'Brien along with Venus Gerolitis and Andre Agassi. Congratulations. You answer as a dog.